I started this YouTube channel straight out of high school as just a little hobby inspired by the likes of Ali Abdaal and Karma Medic. I just thought it would be something that I'd do on my free time and help out some students here and there. And here we are today after almost a year of uploading consistently every single week. And honestly, I don't think I'm gonna give this up. There's definitely been aspects of this that has been a roller coaster, and I've learned many lessons across the way, which I think can also change your life as they have changed mine. Hey guys, Archer here, a second-year medical student, and on this channel we focus on learning how to learn so we can spend our time more intentionally on the things and people that matter the most to us. This video is honestly a little different compared to most of my videos, and it's more of like a channel update. I've been on YouTube now for over a year, and I started this off as just a first-year medical student, and now I'm halfway through my second year of med. I wanted to use this video to communicate with you guys and get some of your input with things that are happening on the channel. And also, I want to talk about my experiences so far and what my plans are as well. First thing that I definitely want to say is I really do want to thank everyone who comments, likes, subscribes, leaves any sort of support anywhere on any of my social media. I honestly can't express my gratitude and how grateful I feel about being in this position where some of the advice that I give is actually helping people out there. This is the real reason that I wanted to create this channel. I didn't necessarily have, this sort of stuff out there for me that really helped me specifically within the ATAR and things like that, high school, getting into medicine, these sort of things. I definitely still do say that I'm highly inspired by Ali and, Karma Medic, but in Australia, I didn't really see anything at the time. And honestly, one of the most favorite parts about running this channel is reading the comments that you guys leave down below. So whether you've been here for one day or you've actually been here for a while, honestly, thank you. I think now that we've almost hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, 12,000 on TikTok, I think I almost have 100 subscribers on my email list, and we've almost hit 1,000 on Instagram as well. And it really is true that without the support and you guys around here, I wouldn't be making these videos. I wouldn't be having as much fun as I do when I make these. It's such a huge motivating factor knowing that putting a video out there has the potential to actually help someone out. So I've got some questions that I want to answer so far about my experiences so far in creating a YouTube channel. So let's talk about the things that have been hard about it. One of the things has been keeping up the consistency. To record a video every single week is actually quite draining at times, and I can really kind of see what people mean when they talk about creator burnout. I haven't necessarily gotten to that point so much, but there has definitely been points where I've thought about it, right? And as always, just getting started out, getting these YouTube videos there, putting myself out on the internet, that in the very beginning was quite daunting, as I expected, but because I have been hearing all these things from, the likes of Gary Vee, Ali Abdaal, I really knew that this is something I wanted to do, and I wanted to push through kind of the barriers that come with starting a YouTube channel. And then I slowly realized that once you create your first 50 videos, you really start to get the hang of it. It starts to be a routine and a part of my life, essentially. So I don't even really think about, the need to really get all this equipment set up or anything like that, because it's just there and I just sit down on a Friday to record some videos. Another sacrifice is having to give up on some of the short-term fun that I could be having, with friends, going out, that sort of thing, in order to record these videos. Sometimes that happens, but I really know that this is something I want to have for the long term, so I prioritize this where I can, and I genuinely find this a very fun process as well. So, what have I kind of learned during this? It's like a huge list, honestly. I've actually learned a lot about what it takes to kind of build a proper team, and I've never done this. I've played around with it in other businesses, online businesses before, but with the YouTube, it really requires everyone to come together to work towards a single goal. And it's really cool to see the people on my team, the ideas that they bring up that I haven't necessarily thought of before, and the new perspectives that we can kind of bring into this channel. And honestly, a big thing about this is I've really been trying to develop my leadership skills in very different ways. It's quite different to, I guess, being a school captain in school, because now it's about being in a kind of a more workspace environment, I guess, and trying to produce, meaningful and productive output as the whole team is working together. So one of the main things that I've also realized is, with YouTube, it's all about consistency. It's not gonna really be like an overnight success. So it's really about setting up, lots of systems and ways in which, I can also help the people on my team, grow in the way that they want to, reach their own goals, so that overall it can be a, more happy and enjoyable experience working on this YouTube channel. And it's kind of just shown me firsthand how when everyone comes together to work on a thing, it can actually lead to really cool results. On another note, I've obviously learned a lot about social media and how that kind of runs, but genuinely, I think that this kind of shows that when I want to put my mind to something and I genuinely think it's going to be useful, you know, it's something that I should just do. And that's kind of how this YouTube channel has kind of come about and everything like that. And honestly, like, I wouldn't have been able to expect the amount of opportunities that creating a YouTube account and social media accounts and all that sort of stuff can provide. This is more than just like the sponsorships that I get, the brand deals, that sort of stuff. But like, I would have not been able or even thought about me being able to talk to Ali and his team, to talk to Karma Medic, and many, many other YouTubers who are actually making quite an impact to their audiences. And it goes beyond that. Just all the people who have ever DM'd me, you know, there's been so many times where I felt very similar, and it just felt great to be able to give some advice that I wish I had when I was kind of in their position, and also to hear from other people who are like absolutely killing it and, you know, are really quite inspiring. And then also seeing, you know, how my own advice has actually had an impact on someone and how it's changed things for them, whether it be their grades or kind of their motivation, time management, this sort of stuff. And it's also just quite interesting to see how I've changed as a person from my first video to where I am now. I feel a lot more confident in front of camera. The whole like editing sort of things, I've got lighting, all this kind of different stuff going on as well. So if you have been playing around, toying with the idea of creating a YouTube channel or a personal brand, I would just highly, highly recommend it if you want to go for it. It's just crazy how much opportunity that this has provided. Yes, there are some people who think I'm weird, who think I'm full of myself, this sort of stuff, but it doesn't really matter to me because I know that these videos, you know, they have the opportunity of helping people. I hear about it. It's just, that's like, helping that one person is just always going to be greater than, you know, the one person who's distasteful about it and doesn't want me making these videos. Have I got some hate comments? Of course I have, but you know, they're so like, I guess shallow, that they don't even really know who I am. They don't even really know the whole story. That, I mean, it's kind of just makes me empathetic that, you know, I just feel kind of sorry for them for feeling the need to say something like that, to take time out of their day to focus on someone else instead of themselves and what they're doing. So, you know, it is what it is, and I guess that's just how it's always going to be. So what's really been helpful during this has been just hearing a lot from you guys, getting a lot of feedback about what you want to see on this channel, and I would love to keep that up as this channel continues to grow. And another thing that's just been quite game-changing as well is I took the leap earlier last year, I believe, to join the part-time YouTuber Academy that's run by Ali Abdaal. And then eventually that provided the opportunity for me to actually be a part of it and actually help him and his team. Again, I never expected any of this to happen, but that's just kind of what happens when you take your shot, you know? I think there's a saying or something like, all shots not taken are all shots missed, or something like that. And as well, because I love interacting with a lot of you, I have a Discord channel, which you guys can actually join if you would like as well. And I often provide a lot of free advice on there as well. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about what content I have planned for this channel. If you've watched my other videos quite intently, you probably saw my Notion exposed sometimes, which shows some of the videos that are in production. One of the ones that was coming up about study techniques is, yes, the coveted and loved, you know, mind map video that I still haven't created yet. My plan for this is that I'm gonna create a video explaining why mind mapping is so backed by research and why it's potentially even better than active recall. Obviously you need to use active recall, but you know, active recall isn't the end of really efficient study techniques, and also incorporating this with inquiry-based learning, and then following up by a second video of actually how to create some of these mind maps and get started with this in a lot more detail. However, I really want to make these videos perfect, which is why it's taking its time at the moment. There are bits around each of my videos that explain a little bit how to do the process already, but I really want to have this all in one video. And I'm also going to talk a lot about time management and that sort of stuff, because I know that's the things that you guys kind of want to see. Let me know if there's any other things that I'm missing. Now, going into, you know, my third year of medicine, I'm probably going to definitely start to do some vlogs if that's something that interests you guys, because obviously there's a lot of other, you know, Australian med students out there who do the sort of, you know, day in the life of a medical student type of video, and I'm quite interested in doing something like that. And I also want to give you guys a little bit more of an insight into my life and how I actually use some of these techniques day to day, because a lot of what I'm doing right now is quite educational, quite, you know, just a lot of information just being chucked out. But I think that, you know, some of this personal touch is something that will show you how I actually, I guess, contextualize all of this and put it into action. And I know a lot of you actually want me to make a video with my girlfriend, Caitlin, and I'm really trying to convince her at the moment, but If you guys like blow up the comments with telling Caitlin to do it, then surely she has to do it very soon. And we'll probably do some like Q&A, maybe some fun games. Any ideas you have, leave it down in a comment below. I was gonna do a vlog about my holiday in the snow, but that completely just got canceled. Like we were leaving to go to the snow, and literally the day before there was a COVID lockdown, and so we couldn't even go in. We lost all of our plans. We got most of our money back, but not all of it. And so we're hoping to go, you know, sometime down the line, hopefully sooner than later. I'm also interested in doing some collaborations with other YouTubers out there, you know, whether they be students or not. I mean, the last one I did was Giovanni, and you know, I kind of mentored and helped him out and that sort of thing. He got a 99.9 ATAR. You know, to speak to other, you know, other very interesting people is something that I would love to do on this channel and kind of do some more of that. I'm also thinking of some things about, like, I guess, recording some mentoring sessions where, you know, a student comes in with a particular problem and helping them out and giving a solution, so that there might be some things that you guys can take away from that as well. And I might do some more study with me's depending on what kind of, I guess, niche of study with me you want to see, like longer live streams, or if you want to see me, I guess, like my day in the life sort of thing. You know, you decide and I'll do it. So what's next for this channel? At least in my opinion, I'm really excited into expanding into other social media platforms as well. For example, on TikTok, I have 12,000 followers. You know, I might grow that up a lot more, might have a little bit more going on Instagram, and as well on YouTube, of course. And another thing as well is keeping consistent with my newsletter, which I fell off like months and months ago. I think it was like 5 months ago I stopped doing it when I said I was going to do it, and just getting back on top of that. I'm also playing around always with growing the businesses that I have and thinking of new business ideas. Growing my Discord is another thing as well, and also playing and dabbling with a little bit of cryptocurrency. I know some of you have mentioned that you want to see a little bit more into what I do with business and what's possible in how I guess, you know, make money while I'm still a student. So I'm not really sure about this. I kind of feel a little bit uncomfortable revealing some of this, but I really genuinely want to know your thoughts in the comments section again, because if this is something you really want to see, you know, let me know and why, and I'll really consider if I want to make a video like this, because I think it can help people out there, but there's obviously like a lot of, I guess, stigma behind talking about some of these things online. So this is definitely where you guys come in. You know, any videos that you want to see, let me know in the comments section below. And hopefully I can continue to release videos, you know, weekly, because honestly, a lot of this stuff is things that I wish I knew much earlier. If you want to get started again, make sure to check out this video if you haven't already. I'd just like to say one more time, thank you guys so much for supporting me and in growing this channel. You know, there's been so much that we've achieved in just, you know, this year, and I really can't wait to see what we can achieve in the years above. All right, catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.